I'm Anil Kumar, and here is a very common question which you will find in test papers on exponential equations. The question here is, find domain range of f of x equals to 5 minus x square root. I'd like you to pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my video. Now, whenever we are talking about domain and range of square root functions, we know for sure that the range for these functions is that x belongs to real numbers. I mean, range is y, so we'll write y belongs to real numbers, so that y is greater than equal to 0. It's always positive, right? So that is first thing. Since in this particular case there is no vertical translation involved, nor is there any reflection, so the range does not really change as compared to the parent function. However, the domain changes, since inside the square root we have horizontal transformation. So let's look into that transformation in more details. So we have f of x equals to square root of 5 minus x. So whenever you are given an equation like this, you can actually find domain by equating 5 minus x. That should be greater than equal to 0, right? Solving this gives you the domain, right? So to solve this, we can take 5 to the right side. So minus x should be greater than equals to minus 5. And then multiply by minus. So whenever you multiply by minus, remember to switch the sign. That could be a big mistake at times, okay? So it becomes x less than equal to 5. So that gives you the domain for the functions. We can write domain as x belongs to real numbers where x is less than equals to 5, right? Now that is the best way of solving this particular question. Now at times you may be required to sketch the graph of the function, right? So I'm just extending this question. We have already answered, but now as an added exercise, let us try to sketch this function and verify whether we have the right domain or range or not, right? So let me first sketch the parent function, right? Parent function is square root of x, which is kind of like this, and this is square root x. Now we need to sketch f of x, which is, let me rewrite here, f of x equals to square root of 5 minus x. So whenever you are given a function like this, it is good to rewrite the function and factor the coefficient of x. In this case it is minus. First let me write it like this, and then I'll factor this minus and rewrite this function. So we get this as square root of minus and within bracket x minus 5. Do you see that? And that says this minus means reflection on y-axis. So the first step here is reflection on y-axis. So that is the reflection on y-axis. This is square root of minus x. Do you get the idea? And then we have translation 5 units to the right. That means kind of like this. Do you see that? So this is 5 units to the right. So that becomes our final graph. From here you can clearly see that the domain is less than equal to 5 and the range is greater than 0, greater than equal to, correct? So that is how you can actually verify. Now sketching this graph is also a very critical exercise to understand from test point of view. I hope you appreciate it. Thank you and all the best.